Hello, good morning guys. Good morning. Medyo lumakas na ako kasi nakatulog na ako. Oh my God. Alright. So, ngayon, i-discuss natin yung microeconomics and the macroeconomics. Okay? Umpisa na natin agad. So, pag sinabi nating micro, it only pertains to that yung micro maliit, yung macro malaki. Per se, ganun siya. So, ibig sabihin yan, we're going to look at microeconomics first. Microeconomics pertains to the branch of economics that focuses on actions of a particular agents within an economy, like households, workers, and businesses. So we learn about the theory of the consumer behavior and the theory of the firm. Okay, so we'll discuss about that later, no? Then that pertains to the microeconomics, no? Kasi pag sinabi nating microeconomics, ito'y nagpapatungkol sa tinatawag nating mga the households and the firm, the relationship between the household and the firm. That is what we are going to talk about later. Pag sinabi naman nating macroeconomics, no, it pertains to the branch of economics that focuses on broad issues such as growth, unemployment, inflation, and the trade balance. Okay? So, ang tawag dito sa kanila, itong mga to, itong microeconomics and the macroeconomics, they are called as the division of economics, no? They are considered to be as the branches. Okay, so kamukha nga, kanina sinabi ko, micro, maliit. Pag macro, malaki na siya. Right? Yung micro, ito lang ay pumapatungkol sa mga maliliit na aspeto sa ating ekonomiya, sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. No? Kamukha nga ng binanggit ko kanina, household and the firm. Pero mamaya, sasabihin ko sa inyo, yung iba yung household dito, hindi ito ibig sabihin yung pinaka kasambahayan, no? Hindi yun. Iba yung household dito. So, household pertains to the factors of production. Okay? Pag macro naman, malaki siya. Ito ay nakapatungkol sa ekonomiya natin sa buong Pilipinas. Luzon, Visayas, at Mindanao. Yan ang macroeconomics. Now, to repeat, when we talk about microeconomics, it is concerned with the behavior and the activities of specific economic units, no? So, it pertains to individuals. It also pertains to the households, firm, industries, and resource owners. Okay? So examples are the determination of the price of a single product or the behavior of a single consumer or business firm. The central concept in microeconomics is the market. So here in microeconomics, the central concept is what we call as the market. And that is what we are going to talk about, no? The market in the succeeding videos. So, tignan natin ngayon. Pag sinabi kasi nating microeconomics, ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito, yung relasyon, no? Relasyon sa pagitan ng household at nung sinasabi nating firm. So, mga susunod na video natin, ilalagay po natin yung tinatawag na diagram para may pakita natin yung relationship. Okay? So, pag sinabi po nating household, lagi natin pakakatandaan. If we're going to talk about household, it pertains to the factors of production, right? In relation with the firm, okay? So, yan po, that is the matter that we are going to discuss in microeconomics. Micro po kasi pinag-usapan dito yung relasyon po nga nung household ukol doon sa mga relasyon sa iba't ibang kumpanya dito sa ating bansa. Okay? So, dito i-open ko rito yung mga dapat pinag-uusapan. Ang una-una kasi po dapat pag-usapan dito, pag tinawag nating microeconomics, papasok dyan yung consumer behavior. No? Pero ito yung pinaka-outline niya. Actually, ito yung pag-aaralan natin sa buong semestre. Okay? Ito po yun. Okay, wait. Okay. So here, the first thing that we're going to talk about is yung nauna nga po nating video. It pertains to the nature and significance of economics, no? So the first is by defining because on our first video, I've already discussed economics, which pertains to or deals with the study of production, consumption, and distribution of scarce resources, no, to satisfy human wants and needs. Right? So the next is economic choice, then the fundamental economic problem, no? And then the types of economic systems. On our first video, it was discussed the type of economic systems regarding the capitalism, communism, socialism, and the mixed economic systems. No? Then we have the economic goals. No? What are the economic goals? And then, right, as of now, we're talking about the division of economics. So that will be the first part. The second part would be the circular flow of economic activity, right? Yung circular flow of economic activity will be discussed sa susunod pong video natin. Pagkatapos po niyan, andyan po ang the law of demand and supply, right? Napakahalaga po pag pinag-aralan natin ang microeconomics. Then, we will also tackle consumer behavior. Yung po kasi, yung consumer behavior is the foundation of what we call as demand. Kailangan po ng consumer behavior, thereby, makikreate yung tinatawag natin demand doon sa certain product. Kasi if there is a demand for that certain product, value arises for that product. Okay? Then we have the concept of elasticity that we're going to deal with. No? Elasticity pertains to the prices. No? The prices of the goods and services. We're going to categorize them and identify. Then we have the production and cost. Then we will deal with the market structure, which is the concept of this study, no? Microeconomics. We're going to deal with the market structures. Pag-aaralan po natin kung ano po talaga yung market. Then, the business firm. Okay? So, those are the things that we're going to deal with the microeconomics. Okay? So, kaya kamukha, kanina sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, pag sinabi nating household, it pertains to the factors of production. No? Factors po siya of production na kung saan nandyan ang land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneurship, no? The entrepreneurial ability. Yun laging tatandaan ninyo. Land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneurial ability in relation po dito sa firm. And that is what we meant. And that is what we call as the relationship between the two. The household and the firm. No, arises microeconomics. Okay? Kasi, titignan natin. Kasi ganito yan eh. The firm maybe rents a land doon sa household. Kung saan yung household, they own what we call as the land. And thereby, that land is rented by the firm. No? In return, the firm will pay a rent. Right? So, there is a relationship going on already. Then, labor. The household will supply labor or manpower to the firm. In return, the firm will pay salaries, right? And or wages. No? Then, capital. So, the household will also provide capital. Kasi if we're talking about capital, in household, we are talking about the banking institution, mga bangko, in which they lend the firm a certain amount of debt. Nagpapautang po sila dito sa firm. In return, the firm pays the interest. No? Okay. Then, another thing is the entrepreneurial ability. Entrepreneurship, which comes from the household as well. Doon po sa household magmumula yan. Magsusupply. So, household will supply entrepreneurial ability to the firm. In return, the firm will pay the entrepreneurs profits or income coming from the firm. Okay, so that's what we meant by that. So that is how simple microeconomics is going on. But the center between the two is what we call, kasi kamukha kanina sinabi natin, the market is considered to be as the concept of microeconomics. Yung nasa gitna niyan, yun yung market. No? Kaya nagtatagpo yung dalawa na yan, yung household and the firm. It's because of what we call as the market. Alright? Kaya we're going to talk about market structures dito sa ating YouTube channel in our later videos. Okay? Now dito may mga tanong pa rito, no? Understanding microeconomics. Ano yung mga questions na itatanong dito? Una-una, okay. The first question that is asked, and then later on after this, we're going to discuss macroeconomics. For a moment, okay, here. So, what determines how households and the individuals spend their budget, no? And what combination of goods and services will best fit their need and wants, given the budget they have to spend? No, it pertains to the household in relationship to the firm. How do people decide whether to work, and if so, whether to work full-time or part-time? How do people decide how much to save for the future, or whether they should borrow to spend beyond their current means? No? Another one is what determines the products and how many of each firm will produce and sell. Right? What determines what prices a firm will change? What determines how a firm will produce its products? What determines how many workers the firm will hire? How will a firm finance its business? And when will a firm decide to expand, downsize, or even close? Kasi lahat ng mga questions na to, kamukha nung kaninang question, no? it regards with the household. Itong recent question na nabinasa natin, it regards with the firm. So, ito ay mga katanungan, paano siya masasagot? It can only be answered through what we call as by looking at the variables, no? And uh, trying to impose, no, what we call as formulas to properly equate, no, and get the answer from those problems, no? Kaya nga ang sabi ko, the thing is lahat ng problema actually for me, no, lahat ng problema dito sa mundong ibabaw nagsisimula sa tinatawag nating pang-ekonomiya. Problemang pang-ekonomiya. Bakit nag-aaway yung mag-asawa? No? Bakit nag-aaway yung asawa? Madalas kasi yan, problemang pang-ekonomiya yan. So kasi ang isang pamilya, which is the basic political unit of our society, siya ay nabubuhay sa pamamagitan ng tinatawag nating economics. So with economics, no, comes what we call as the livelihood of that certain family, and doon nakadepend yung tinatawag nating relationship, no? So kung maganda naman yung economic way of living, so there will be no problem with them. But if there's a big problem in terms of the economic way of living, it becomes a burdening sum, no? Or burdensome na part ng kanilang buhay. Kaya yung iba naghihiwalay, it's because of what we call as the economic problems. Kaya nga on my first video, I've talked about the fundamental economic problem. And that fundamental economic problem is not only applied to a certain economic system, no? It is also being applied to the family, right? Kasi yung pamilya natin, meron ding fundamental economic problem, alright? Kaya nga, ang ano natin, dapat ang mga bata ngayon, magpursiging mag-aral upang at least kahit papaano gumanda ang buhay at magkaroon sila ng weapon o sandata laban sa tinatawag nating kahirapan dito sa ating mundo. Okay? So, that is, ano lang yan, introduction lang to microeconomics. So, I already laid down to you the idea regarding microeconomics, no? Because in microeconomics, we're focused on the concept of market, and then the relationship between the household and the firm. The household, which is the factors of production, no? The land, labor, and capital, supplying to the firm, and the firm in return pays rent, salaries and wages, interest, and profit. Okay? So that's what we are going to deal with. But the bottom line there is we're going to emphasize on the consumer's behavior under microeconomics. Consumer behavior, and then elasticity. Those two are related. The consumer behavior and the elasticity. Alright? Okay. So if you have any questions regarding the topic at hand, please comment down below sa ating YouTube channel. Mag-comment kayo para sa mga susunod nating mga video, masagot natin. Alright? Do not forget to comment, like, subscribe na rin, and ring the bell para mabigyan kayo ng update sa mga videos na i-upload natin, dahil yung mga videos natin dito ay very educational and gives you information, no? Okay, next is let's talk about macroeconomics. Kanina, microeconomics, ano lang siya? Maliit lang siya. No? Ngayon, macroeconomics. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, if we're going to talk about macroeconomics, no, it pertains to, okay, division of economics that deals with the behavior of the economy. Kanina, ang tinitignan nating behavior sa microeconomics is the behavior of the consumer, which moves the curve of demand and supply. No? It depends upon the behavior of the consumer. Alright? But in macroeconomics, we talk about the behavior of the economy as a whole with respect to output, income, price level, foreign trade, unemployment, and other aggregate economic variables. No? So it views all consumers as a unit. Pag sinabi natin kasing aggregate, no, ito, kasi macroeconomics pangkalahatan na yan. No? And we're talking about the aggregate economic variables. O kamukha nito, consumer as a unit, as one variable. Hindi natin titignan yung consumer as isa lang or a sector. We're going to look at it as a whole in the Philippine perspective, in the Philippine aspect, no? Arena. So, titingnan natin yung consumer unit sa buong Pilipinas. Right? Then, we also have the, we're referring to all the consumer sector, no? Then, businesses, no? Businesses as an aggregate unit. Business, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao as a whole. So, magkakasama lahat yan yung business sector. Then, all various government agencies as a unit under macroeconomics, the governmental sector. The purpose of such delineation is to explain and predict the structure and functioning of the whole economies. Okay, paliwanag natin yan. Now, if we're going to talk about what we call as macroeconomics, dito po ang pinag-uusapan dito, yung GDP, the gross domestic product, the gross national product, inflation, international trade, no? So, in our videos sa mga susunod, i-discuss din natin yan. No? Ngayon, paliwanag natin. Ano ba talaga yung pinaka-core ng macroeconomics? No, under macroeconomics kasi, it is governed under what we call as an economic policy. When we talk about economic policy, it is categorized into three policies. The first policy will be the monetary policy. Then the fiscal policy and the trade policy in the whole Philippine economy. Right? When we talk about monetary policy, it pertains to the supply of the monetary currency of the Republic, which is managed and administered by Bangko Sentral, no, ng Pilipinas. Now, ang pinag-uusapan sa monetary policy, guys, is none other than savings and investment. Dito ay pinapaliwanag na yung savings is an outflow from the circular flow of economic activity. But if you invest, no, if you made some investment, that will be an inflow, no, to the circular flow of economic activity of the money. Kasi pag nag-save ka, yung pera mo mawawala sa sirkulasyon kasi nga ide-deposit mo sa bank. Kaya nga yung mga bank i-invite sila na mag-deposito tayo. Kasi yung pera na yon, pag i-deposito mo, they're going to use it para i-invest, para ipasok ulit yung pera sa ekonomiya para umikot. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng hindi ipasok yan kasi kung hindi ipapasok yan, hindi iikot, mai-stroke ang ating ekonomiya. Kung naiintindihan ninyo yun. Babara. No? Kaya doon magkakaroon ng stroke ang ekonomiya. Kaya dapat, pag nag-impok sa bangko, yung bangko naman, i-invest nila sa mga businesses. Alright? And that is what happens in the monetary policy. No? Kaya nga kung yung presidente natatakbo, no, ay may magandang monetary policy. Ano ba ang monetary policy mo kung tatakbo kang presidente? Alright? Ano ba ang fiscal policy mo kung tatakbo kang presidente? Ano ba ang trade policy mo kung tatakbo kang presidente? Kasi andyan yung mga prioritization. Kaya ang isang presidente, masasabi nating magaling, kung yung tatlong polisiya na yon ay kanyang natutugunan. Right? Kung meron na siyang plataforma or economic plan regarding the three economic policies, yan ang tatandaan nyo mga guys. No? Ang pangalawa dyan is the fiscal policy under macroeconomics, if we're going to talk about macroeconomics. Pag sinabi natin fiscal policy kasi dyan, ang pinag-uusapan dyan, taxation and government spending. Yung taxation sa fiscal policy, yaan ay outflow, no? Outflow of that certain amount of money in the circular flow of economic activity. Kaya ang gagawin dyan, yung taxes, gagamitin sa government spending. Government spending yan para yung amount ng money na naipon from taxation maibalik sa ekonomiya upang umikot ulit yung pera at hindi magbara at ma-stroke. Right? So that's the importance of what we call as understanding fiscal policy. So we have taxation as an outflow of that money from the circular flow of economic activity. Then, after that, in terms of budget, kumukha niyan, may nakolekta tayong mga buwis at iprinopose na ng Department of Budget and Management, no? Kahapon lang nabasa ko yung 5.024 trillion pesos as budget for the next year. Ipinasa nila ito sa House of Representatives, sa Congress, upang umpisahan ng pag-usapan. And then, after that, we will have government spending. Kaya nga, from taxation, magkakaroon ng budget. Yung budget na yon, pag naaprubahan yung General Appropriations Act of 2022, pag naaprubahan na yan, yung budget, ibibigay na sa mga LGU and government agencies. Sa pag-transfer ng fund na yon, ng funds na yon, ang tawag doon, inflow na. Inflow of what we call as the amount of that money into the circular flow of economic activity. Ibinilik na natin. Kaya nga, taxation and government spending. Hindi lang naman dun in terms of budget, lalabas yun. Kaya, ibinigay yung budget, no? Ibinigay yung budget sa mga LGUs and government agencies, thereby to fund projects, infrastructures, right? Kamukha ng tulay, daan, eskwelahan, ospital. Kaya doon papasok yung government spending. Alright? The next policy is the trade policy. Sa trade policy, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito guys, dalawa lang, napakasimple. Pero napakahalaga. Ang importation at ang exportation. Alright? Kaya nga, sinasabi natin, ano ba mas maganda? To import or to export? Ang pinakamaganda guys talaga, export. We must do exportations, no? Talaga. Mas maganda magkaroon ng mas majority export kaysa import. Kasi pag tayo nag-i-import, ang binabayad natin sa pandaigdigang kalakalan ay walang iba kundi dolyar. Bayad tayo ng dolyar dyan. Bibili tayo ng dolyar, ibabayad ang dolyar sa mga foreign companies, no? Pero kung nag-i-export tayo, if we do exportation, sa ibang bansa, magkakaroon tayo ng remittances from abroad. Papasok yung pera sa atin. Kaya nga, when we talk about importation, it is an outflow of our money into the circular flow of economic activity. Pero pag nag-export tayo, it will become an inflow into our circular flow of economic activity. Alright. So, yan po yung macroeconomics. Kaya nga, tandaan ninyo, pag tayo ay pipili ng isang pangulo, ng isang presidente, dapat meron siyang programa, plataforma regarding those economic policies. Tatakbo kayong presidente, ano po yung platform or program ninyo regarding monetary policy? Anong gagawin ninyo sa monetary policy natin para umayos yung supply ng money? Anong gagawin ninyo sa fiscal policy natin para umayos yung pangongolekta ng buwis at lumaki yung ating kolekta? Anong gagawin sa trade policy? Right? Anong gagawin natin diyan para dumami ang ating exportation? Meron po ba kayong mga ideas? New ideas regarding product? Alright? So, yun po. Ang ating kasalukuyang situation regarding trade policy is that mas mataas po yung importation natin kaysa exportation sa ngayon. Alright? Sana nga dumating yung panahon na tumaas yung exportation natin at masurpass natin yung dami ng importation natin. So, pag ganun ang system, nakaasa tayo sa produkto sa ibang bansa. Alright? Mas marami tayong inaangkat. Okay? So, if you have any questions regarding macroeconomics, you can comment down sa ating comment section sa YouTube. So, itong ating topic po is about microeconomics. I only discussed the division of economics kasi po dalawa yan eh. We have microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay? Macro pertains to the household and firm relationship within the market, while the macroeconomics pertains to the whole economy of the Republic of the Philippines. Alright? So, hanggang doon na lang po. Good morning po sa inyo. At if you have any questions, just ask. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Then, comment, like, and then ring the bell para ma-update po kayo sa mga videos na darating pa. Hanggang dito na lang po at maraming salamat po sa inyo. God bless us all and God bless the Philippines. God bless President Rodrigo Duterte. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po.